Okay, so let's go ahead and see if everything works. So we can say docker build and build our image, so that's fine. Then we can say RTE equals test docker compose up abort on container exit and exit code from app. And I'll be running this locally to begin with, because some of these things we can actually test locally. And as you will realize, it's a little bit time consuming working with the CI pipeline. And we don't really want to push errors to the pipeline that we would be able to fix locally and sit and wait around for that. So let's just go ahead and test locally first. And so far so good. And there's some problem because we're still running development mode, I can see. So let's go and see what is the problem. I think I know what is the problem actually, because in our test here, we need to set the environment variable RTE to test within the env test file. So that's one thing. So with that, let's see. Build again. Book already exists skipping. That is not supposed to be like that. Okay, let's see here. We have an exit code that is not 0. Let's see here. grep invalid argument. So something is wrong with our grep command. Yeah, I can see why. It is -q here. Build and run again. This relation book already exists skipping is not supposed to be like that. See, we still have some error. Right. Yeah. Here it's a ub pip install. So this book already exists. I have a suspicion as to what that might be, because no, let's see if as long as the pipeline fails, of course, we're not actually getting to this drop table. That is of course going to be an issue. So let's just do this. So this time everything seemed to work correctly. So let's just try and run it again, because now we should not see that the book table still exists, already exists. No, so we get a create table now the way it's supposed to be. Obviously, if the pipeline fails and we never reach the drop table statement, then we're not going to drop the table, and it will exist the next time around. Okay, with things working locally, we can go ahead and push it to GitLab. I already have a Git repository here, so I'm not going to push to a new project, but in the video notes on engenie.online, you can see the instructions for making a new project from the terminal and pushing to GitLab if you don't have one project for this already. You can also do it manually and simply configure the remote and push to GitLab like that. It will all be fine. Anyway, it's not the theme of this video, so let's go ahead. I can see here with my Git status that I have a lot of files that are untracked and modified, and this is not exactly best practice, so I'm just going to add everything in one go. Git add, of course, git add dot, git commit, pipeline, and then I'm going to say git push. As I said, I already have a Git repository configured, and I'm on this presso4 branch, so this is the one I'm going to push. Right. This message here I'm getting to create a merge request, that's because I'm not on the master branch. If you are used to GitHub, a GitLab merge request is similar to a GitHub pull request, but a little bit different in how it works. Okay, so let's go and look at our jobs here and see what's going on. So nothing happens. See why that is. Okay, so I did some off-screen debugging here, and as you can see here, it reads the GitLab CI configuration is invalid because I made a small typo. So let's go and fix that. So that is in our in this file here, and as you can see, it should be dynamic stage. Okay, so let's try and fix that. So git add dot, git commit, just use the same, git push again here, see how that goes, and yeah, so now it looks like our pipeline is valid. If we go into one of these running tasks here, we can actually see what happens, and immediately we made another mistake. So there's a wrong indentation in Docker Compose. Okay, so let's go and fix that. It says so the first warning we get here, warning missing document start. That's just a warning, we can ignore that. But 2211 wrong indentation, expected 12, found 10. Okay, so line 22 in the Docker Compose. Let's go check that. So Docker Compose, line 22. Yeah, something wrong here. That should fix it, but there was one more. Line 47, wrong indentation, expected 8, found 6. So line 47. Yeah, okay. Let's just do like this. go check the jobs again. So now we can see the dynamic part of the pipeline is running, the two other ones passed. So let's see how things goes here. So there's going to be one problem I can say already, because so far we did not match the image name of our app image to the repository here, sorry, to the registry, and we need to do that. So that will fail once we get to the Docker Compose. Yeah. So you can see here, guestbook latest error pull access denied. That is understandable. So let's go fix that. So if you look here, gitlab.com engenie/001 blah blah blah, that is what we need up here. So I will actually just remark this out, because want to discuss that a little bit afterwards. So we're going to point to an image called registry, gitlab.com/engenie. And here in Genie, you obviously need to substitute that with your own GitLab username or namespace that you are using. And then we need the project name here. So that would be 001-dev 001-dev env webdev. :latest, like that. Let's see, git add, git commit, git push. Oops. And let's go see again. Okay, so I did a little bit of digging around, and it just so happened that it took a very long time for the job to appear in GitLab. So it's here now, and we can see that it actually passed. So now we have run everything on the pipeline here, and if we come to the bottom, we can see that we have run Docker Compose up here. And that succeeded, and we end up pushing our image to the registry. We need to actually have that registry available to us to run the project locally. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so I'm going to do a Docker pull registry gitlab.com engenie and blah blah blah. You can see the whole thing here. So if we do that, that we are pulling our image. Because this is a private repository, you will need to do a Docker login first. But you can follow the pattern in the GitLab CI file, the way that we log in there. Just create a personal access token with read and write access to the registry, not the repository, but the registry. It's very easy if you make a legacy token, but you can see that within GitLab, and I will also link how to do it in the video show notes on engenie.online, so you can see it from there. Okay, our image is now the registry image, and we should now be able to run the whole thing again, but with the image from our CI pipeline. See, everything works here. And it all looks good. So now we have succeeded in creating a pipeline for our project. So that means that every time now that we make changes and push it to GitLab, those changes will actually render into a new image. Obviously, this might not always be what you want. So there are ways that you can put some restrictions onto only some branches will actually make a new image, stuff like that. But you can go ahead and look into that yourself, and maybe if you're interested, I can make a video about that. So leave a comment in the under the video here, and maybe I will look into that. So there's one little thing that I wanted to discuss here. So you can see now we have this image here, and I obviously want to be able to test with the local image. So that's why I commented this out rather than deleting it. So I will leave it up to you as an exercise to put this image here into a environment variable the same way we have done with RTE here, and this way that you can have different environment files, one for say env dev local and env dev CI, and this way you can substitute the image here with a environment variable and have an extremely dynamic environment where you can update your local image and test that, and then when you're sure everything works, you can push it to the registry. So that might be a very good idea actually to do that. But more than that, this has become a very long video. So once we have finished the next planned video, which was to do some deployment from our pipeline onto a virtual private server, we can look into making this even better. So yeah, drop a comment below with your priorities as to what we should look at next. But other than that, this has become a very long video, so we'll end it here and see you in the next one.